Hi guys, it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. Today I have the last 3 Overwatch action figures. Unfortunately, I think I am missing another Lucio that is in a pink and purple type outfit, and Reinhardt, but other than that, I think that's every single action figure that Hasbro has released so far. Hopefully, fingers crossed on that so far. I really want to see May and a couple of the other characters that I have not been able to find yet, which is interesting because we already have, I know, the regular Lucio and a Lucio in a skin, for example, as well as several others that are dual figures. So we have multiples of some characters and none of other characters. I don't know what's going on with that, but super upsetting. All these are made by Hasbro. They are for ages 4+. We've got Lucio, Junkrat, and Zarya. This is Zarya's original outfit. I did open, I believe, an alternate outfit for you guys already. Alright, let me show you these boxes up close. Here we've got Overwatch Lucio. I like his green and blue colors best. I don't know, I'll probably pick up the pink and purple one because I have been a really big fan of just these character designs and the colors. I super love these, and it's not even about the game. I got into these characters because of the shorts that they have, which you can see on YouTube if you don't have the game, and because of these toys that they designed. So I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that is how I became obsessed with the Overwatch characters. I'm also a super huge fan of the Pachymari, which is not even a character in the game, it's just a claw machine item. And I do have some Pachimaris. I say some. I do have almost all the Pachymari plush toys, and I have a video of that, and I'll link it down in the comments below or put it in the playlist so you guys can check that out at some point if you're interested. This is a Junkrat one. I think he's pretty cool. He's a thrifty engineer is what I kind of think of him as. He's a little rough around the edges, but he grew up in a pretty tough area, and he sort of finds all of this junk that he collects and makes into different robotic pieces for himself, so it's really neat how he does that. And I have an engineering background, so I am a little bit attached to the Junkrat character. I will tell you he's a little scary though, especially for some of the younger kids. He's got kind of this black going on over his eyes and up through his face, so it's a little bit scary possibly for some of the kids. I don't know if that's going to be one that you're going to want to get for your younger ones, even though it says ages 4 and up, but find out from your kids what they like, or if you guys are adults collecting these like me. So, okay, this is Zarya. She's got this hot pink hair, which is insane, but kind of cool. It goes well with her outfit. Very nice color design on all of these too. I'm just so impressed with everything that happened. I do love Lucio's little symbol that he's got of this robot. It's adorable. He does have a skin where he is dressed as the robot, and it is so cute. Way too cute for whereas there's a pop of it, and I need to find it and purchase it probably at some point. Each of these boxes has 2 thin pieces of tape across the top, so you'll need to cut those. Then the plastic tray inside will slide out and allow you to remove all of the accessories and the toy. So I'm going to get these open for you real quick and be right back to show you them up close. Alright guys, here is Lucio up close. Give you a good spin around of him. Look at that hair. He also does have some tattoos. Super cool, you guys. I love the accessories he comes with. Look at this. These are not jetpack pieces. These go on the bottom of his little rollerblade things. I think they're maybe magnetic rollerblades or something. I am not honestly sure what it is, but it allows him to travel super fast. So he definitely has speed going for him. Now there are, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but there are 2 little indentions in here, and that is for the front and, the front and back pieces of the heel. So push those in all the way when you're doing this piece. A little difficult to get it in all the way. But in theory, all of his weight will be holding it down anyway. But look at this! Now as he moves, he kind of glides with these epic streaks of green. So that's super cool. I'm not sure if I put him on the right feet or not. I feel like I don't know. I have them both pointing the same way. If I put them on opposite feet, they could have been pointing opposite directions. I think that would have been a little bit stranger, as if he was, you know, moving his legs very strangely. So now it's like he's spinning or curving, which I think is super cool, you guys. It's a little bit hard to get these on here. Definitely going to be a struggle for a child, and they're not staying on very well. Despite having those indentions, I keep having his little foot pieces fall off, so that's kind of unfortunate. Now, the hands that he comes with are kind of open, which is a common one for many of them to have. But then he has two alternate hands. One is a closed fist here, and he's got the fingerless gloves here, guys. He's so cool. And then the other one, he's kind of got 3 fingers out. I don't know what that is, but he has that. Maybe that's some sort of symbol or dance thing that he does in the game. I'm not sure yet. I have not played enough to know about all of that. This is pretty cool. It looks like a sound blaster or something out of Minions. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. I'm gonna put it in his hand for you guys. Alright, folks. It is very difficult to get this in his hand, and I am not sure if I did this correctly, but I kind of got his thumb in the area right between the cord piece and the bottom. I feel like maybe it was supposed to go around the back. Alright guys, a little bit difficult to get in his hand, which is kind of the case with a lot of these figures, unfortunately, but we did get it in his hand, so that is super cool. So now he's got that, and I don't know if I want to change his hands or not. This other leg piece came off again, so that's super frustrating. And articulation, ooh, I do love these glasses, or goggles. Oh, they come off too! That's super cool. So you actually can see the paint on his eyes. They did do the full paint job. I wouldn't pull on that too much though, because I don't think that that is meant to slide up and down, so you will be able to break it off. Oops. Okay, another one of his shoes just fell off. I don't know why these things don't stay on. That is super frustrating. It's kind of a cheaply made toy, but oh well. Oh, guys! He has a joint in his ponytail. He can whip his hair around. I think there's a song about that, you guys. I feel like I should play that for part of this video. Didn't Willow sing that? Anyway, guys, he's got a 360-degree head turn and the up and down. His head does get a little stuck, actually, on his shoulder pads, so maybe it doesn't do the whole 360, but he does have a head turn and an up and down, and then of course the ponytail joint, which is just super comical to me. He's got the full ball joint in the shoulder, and he does have a double joint in the elbow. This one is real stuck, you guys. There we go. There we go. I got the elbow bent appropriately. You can see each of these circles is where the joint is. That is a really hard to move. Again, not super quality toys, but I love all these joints in them. So we've got a full ball joint in the wrist. Then we've got this twistable spinning joint here. Unfortunately, he does have this backpack on, so it does not spin all the way around, and his other shoe piece fell off. And then he does have a forward-backwards bending joint at the waist as well. He's got full ball joint at each of his thighs, and it sounds like it's a bit ratcheting in here. He's got a bit of ratcheting back and forth joint, which is kind of interesting. The knee joint is actually only one joint, but I guess because of all this armor going on, it would have been very difficult to put a double joint in there. And then he does, surprisingly, still have an ankle joint, despite these weird skate things that he's got on. So he does have the full ball joint there. That is super cool. I think that the pieces on the bottom of him are to help him stand up, because I'm not sure that he'll stand without it. Oh, he will. He will actually stand without the pieces on the bottom of his feet, but these will probably help him stand as long as you're not moving him around too much again, because they kept falling off. So I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I'm not really sure on that one. Okay. Here is Junkrat. Up close is what I was saying about his face being really dark and kind of scary, you guys. He does have some alternate limbs here going on, which is kind of neat. And then he comes with all sorts of accessories as well. and I love this big old spike blast thing that comes out. Here is his hand. But he does have the fingerless gloves, just like Lucio does. And then here is his other extra hand, which at first I thought he only came with the one orange extra hand, and it is a robotic hand, which is pretty cool. It's an open hand versus this other one. He's kind of pointing at you, which is kind of creepy, and I kind of like it. It fits his character, and the other hand is just sort of open. So I will probably change it to have this. And I'll leave this one. So this is a highly detailed piece, and it does have some rubber in it. It says Moto on the back. And this is where you connect it to the back of him, and you can see the chain on it. It uses this as his special move, and he's got this tire on a chain with spikes that he will throw out, and that's pretty fun. This is a fairly violent game. This is definitely not an ages 4 and up game. I'm not sure what the ages are on the game. I'm not sure what to do with this piece. Maybe you guys know. I haven't played enough with Junkrat, I guess. I thought maybe it would go on the back of this, but it doesn't seem to attach in any way, so I'm not sure on that. He does have, actually, a little canteen and satchel here, which I'm going to spin it around so that you can see it in more of the light. And that kind of hangs around his waist. I'm not sure which way that is supposed to go. Unfortunately, his pants are sagging pretty low, so that's a little bit inappropriate. It doesn't show anything on here, but it's a little bit inappropriate for some of the smaller children. Just FYI that is happening on the back of his pants there. I really don't know what to do with this piece, you guys. If you know, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. Ooh, sorry, Lucio. He probably has really similar articulation. I'm going to take this piece off the back so I can show you his articulation. He does have the up-down. His head actually does... Okay, he does have the full ball joint in his head. A little difficult to move around some of these that are around his neck. Then he's got a full ball joint in the arm. It almost feels ratcheting right here on the in-out. You guys can hear that? I don't know. Then he's got a regular joint on this, a regular back and forth joint on this elbow. Oh, it does spin. It's a full ball joint. And then a full ball joint sort of on this hand. You got to be careful with the hand joint because as you just saw, I just pulled the hand right out of it, which I did not mean to do. His real elbow, he does have a double joint on though, which is pretty cool. So you can see those two joints there. Then he's got... His middle joint doesn't really twist. That's interesting, but it does have a back and forth in the torso joint there, so that's pretty cool. Then he's got full ball joint in the thighs. This knee is bendable, but is a really, really stiff joint. Do be careful with that one. This knee looks like it should be a double joint, but it too is very stiff, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to bend. I can see the second joint in there, and I can't get it to bend appropriately. Come on. So, unfortunately not super well made. I got it to bend a little bit here. So you can sort of see that double knee joint going on there, but very difficult to do. And then he does have a full ball joint in this boot, which is kind of interesting that he even has the tilting joint, and a little bit creepy, honestly, but I really like how much posability all of these have, and even though they're kind of cheaply made, I just love them for all their posability. I think it's really neat. I am excited. Also, being the cheaper toys, that means they will cost less for the company to make, but also for the consumer to purchase, so definitely more up my alley. I think it's going to be very difficult to make him stand. I wonder if this is for him to stand on. Maybe put his peg leg in here, and this will help him stand somehow. Okay, well, not what I was expecting, but you could do this. I kind of thought that it would be a little bit more balanced there, but I don't know, you guys, if I did that appropriately or not. Okay, one more quick note here on Junkrat. This is on the inside of his box, so yes, you are supposed to use that as a sort of stand. So I did do the appropriate thing with that, and then the spike tire goes on his back. And this is also a pretty cool drawing. I did look at some of the other boxes. Unfortunately, they do not have anything on the inside, so that is the only one. It was sort of meant to be a little instruction booklet, but it's really easy to miss because you can't see it until you take the box apart. So, there you go, guys. Okay, it is really hard to get those in the hands, and I don't even think I did this one right, but It's very difficult to do. Definitely do not expect your smaller children to be doing this. These are definitely toys for collectors or adults, or maybe some of the older children. If you're like 14, 15 maybe, you might get into this, but for the most part, this is going to be probably an adult toy or a collectible. But I still think he's really cool, and I enjoy it, and I think this is really funny that he is going to stand like this now. The orange hand is also really loose, particularly more loose than the other hands that I've noticed, so it comes out every time I try to bend that joint, unfortunately, which is really kind of a concern here. Alright, last but not least, we got Zarya, another power woman. Look at this. I think she was a bodybuilder before she joined Overwatch, so she is built, you guys. This is a woman you do not want to mess with. She's got the full ball joint in her head, 360 degrees, and then up, down, around. Same thing with her shoulder. She does have a double ball joint, a double joint in, she does have a double joint in her shoulder. You can see the two joints. It's a little bit difficult because of all this armor that she's got on, but she does also have a spinning joint in her wrist. It does not move forwards and backwards because of the wrist armor, I guess. I don't know why she has armor around her wrists. But anyway, then she's got a twistable and slightly bendable waist joint, I guess, right there. Her belt thing is actually movable. It doesn't come off, but it does move around some. She's got really loose leg joints, actually, which is nice. These move the best of any of the joints I think I've had on these, and these are going to be rough. Okay, guys, she does have knee joints, but good luck if you're giving it to a kid. Oh, man, those joints are tight. Okay, she does have a double knee joint right there, but that is a really, really ridiculously tight joint, you guys. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of force on that. I wish they hadn't made that like that. I'm an adult and I am struggling. So her other knee joint moves a little bit better, but that one is really, really tight, you guys. I can barely move that knee joint, and now I can't get it back straight, so that's awesome. Anyway, she's got the tiltable and forward-backward shoe, so it doesn't quite go all the way around. There's a ball joint in it, but because of the way her armor kind of dips down at the ankle, it constricts the movement here. But super cool. And then she comes with alternate hands. She's got, again, just these open hands. And then she comes with closed fist hands here, and I'm holding them in the opposite hands, but you get the idea. And she does actually have the fingerless gloves just like the other two, so I picked a great set to do together. Look at this. This thing she pulled off of a tank. She just ripped it off the vehicle and decided to carry it around because that's how epic of a person Zarya is, okay? So let me just preface with that. She's insanely awesome. Okay, guys, check this out. How cool is this? And the funny thing is, if she ever dropped, I don't think most of the other characters would be able to even lift it. This thing is so heavy. It's a piece of a machine. Anyway, it's kind of epic. I love it for her. It's perfect. I love her backstory with that. Super cool. Alright guys, let me know what you guys thought of these down in the comments below. If you like what you saw today, please, please, please hit that subscribe button down below as well. Share this video with your friends and family. Go check out my channel for plenty more toy reviews. And if you'd like to see the other Overwatch action figures, I have almost all of them now, and I will put a link to the playlist down below so that you guys can grab those. And if there are any that are missing, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of them. Alright, until next time, have a great time playing, guys. Bye.